Republican Senator Joni Ernst was jeered during a town hall over her support for massive Medicaid cuts that are inside of Donald Trump's so-called big, beautiful bill.
Again, it's corrections of overpayments and people that have not been eligible for these programs by law as it is currently written. So when you are arguing about illegals that are receiving Medicaid benefits, 1.4 million, they're not eligible, so they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. For heaven's sakes, folks. Okay, no, but what you don't want to do is listen to me when I say that we are going to focus on those that are most vulnerable. Those that meet the eligibility requirements for Medicaid, we will protect.
So, okay. Oh, yeah, look, when members of the crowd were like, people are going to die. Oh, well, we're all going to die. Oh, okay. All right. Wow. First off, let me get to the details. Let me get to the facts here before I get into anything else. Undocumented immigrants, and listen here, Joni, okay? Listen real close. They're not eligible to get Medicaid. If you want me to slow it down, I can do that, okay? I don't want to have to, but I can, okay? Undocumented immigrants do not get Medicaid. They are not eligible, all right? There is a list of people that qualify to get these benefits, to receive these benefits, right? Now, undocumented immigrants are not on that list. They're not qualified. They don't get it. And not only that, but many immigrants who are in a legal status in the United States are also ineligible because they are not on that qualified list. What she is saying right there about undocumented immigrants getting Medicaid is not true. It's just not true. The only thing that she said that was actually true is we're all going to die. Well, yeah, we know that, moron. Of course. The point is that people are trying to make in the crowd is that people without health care, if you rip health care away from millions of Americans, they will die sooner. Yes, I know, crazy, right? And that's exactly what this bill does. Okay, the bill combines $1 trillion in cuts to both federal and, health and food programs. Okay, as a way to offset the cost of nearly $4 trillion in tax cuts that the lion's share of the benefit goes to the very, very rich. Okay, that's the reality of this. It's about $880 billion in cuts to Medicaid. All right, that's it. That's it. And this would result in an estimated 8 million fewer American citizens having health insurance. That means they can't go to the doctor, they can't get their medication, can't do any of that. Okay? So according to the Congressional Budget Office, many struggling Americans who currently meet the eligibility requirements for Medicaid will likely lose their health care as a result of these cuts. That's it. They lie, of course, about this by claiming, only the undocumented immigrants will lose it. Only the lazy men who are sitting around playing Xbox, only they'll lose Medicaid. Thing is, again, as I mentioned, undocumented immigrants don't actually get it in the first place. And the other part of this is the claim that work requirements are necessary. So we're putting those in to get rid of the freeloaders. No. Here's the thing. 64% of adults, okay, this is Medicaid recipients that are adults, 64% of them already work. They have jobs. They make money. Now, these are people, though, that generally work in jobs that do not offer health insurance, okay? And also those jobs don't pay enough for people to be able to afford their own health insurance. Okay, think of the people that make your food, that clean your hotel room. They make so little money at their jobs, okay, that they have to have Medicaid. These people working at Walmart, the nation's biggest employer, make so little that they cannot afford health insurance. And health insurance, of course, is so expensive that you can't afford it either, even if you have a decent job. So, of course, the Republican refrain to this is, well, just get a better job then. Okay, but if they do, and many of them have, then who's going to make your burger? Then you guys complain about, why am I have to wait so long for somebody to make my hamburger? I mean, what's next? Literal children? I mean, it's not like they're not trying, because Republicans have been trying to kick out the immigrants, okay? So child labor is literally the next step. They're already doing it in Arkansas, okay? So, but anyway, getting back to that figure, 64% of people on Medicaid, they already work. They already work. Okay, what about the rest of them then? And that's not 100%, 64. Well, the rest of them actually have a really good reason not to work. 12% of them are primary caregivers. 10% have an illness or disability where they can't work, and 7% attend school. Oh, those are good reasons. But apparently Republicans still believe that you do not deserve health care. Okay? Well, you know, those people say they should just find jobs. They already have jobs. Well, I guess they should get better ones then. Again, it's so easy for them to argue in circles endlessly. That's it. The reality is work requirements do not help people get jobs. They just don't. Arkansas, as I already mentioned, doing child labor, well, they also tried more work requirements for Medicaid. And you know what they found? No significant change in the employment status. That's right. Didn't help people get jobs. Okay. Now, one thing does help employment, people get jobs. And you know what that is? Expanding Medicaid, expanding healthcare. Oh, who'd have thunk it? How? How does that work? Well, you see, expanding healthcare means that people with chronic conditions will be able to manage it. That's right. They can manage it. They can afford medication. People can get mental health treatment. Turns out all of those things actually do help regular people with these conditions get and keep their jobs. Amazing, isn't it? Wow, what a coincidence. Really? Yeah. Look, here's the thing, okay? People, they want to work. People want to work. People want to feel useful. People want to have their own money to spend. People want that security to live their lives, to have a good life. Healthcare is an essential part of having a good life. If you do not have your health, what do you have? Nothing. Nothing. Okay? And that's what Republicans want. That's what they want to give you. They want to give you nothing. Okay? And in doing so, they're trying to take the healthcare away from the most vulnerable people, the poor, so they can line the pockets of the very rich. That is the reality of this bill and what they're trying to do to all of us. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.